The theory most relevant to family therapy is systems theory. This was introduced in the 1940s. The idea for therapy is that motivation is outside the person. What a person does is caused by what another person does. One's thoughts and feelings are said to be in the hands of other people. This was a special interest of Gregory Bateson, and he explored human relations from that view in his research project.
He wrote his book Noven in '36, which was about, it was very advanced for anthropology of that time. It was a tribe where the clans escalated and in like an arms race, and then they had a ceremony that brought them down so they could start over again. And he was trying to describe that as an escalation and then a starting over in a systems way. He didn't have the language for it. And when Whither came along with cybernetics, then it made sense to Bateson. So he began to apply it and introduce it into psychiatry.
When Bateson studied Bali with Margaret Mead in the 1930s, partly supported by a grant to study dementia precox, they hypothesized that Balinese character was based on a particular sequence. The mother stimulated the child, and when it responded, she would ignore it. This idea was remarkably similar to the hypothesis Bateson proposed in the 1950s on his communication project. He suggested that schizophrenia was caused by a double bind, which occurs when parents communicate conflicting levels of message to the child, such as the parents encouraging the child to respond and then objecting when he does. This was one of the few family hypotheses, and it was clearly a way of thinking that Bateson had experienced for decades, from Navan to Bali to Menlo Park.